Blu-ray collection part 10. Ahoy hoy everybody, and welcome to the 10th part of a look at my Blu-ray collection. Let's just go straight on. So next up we have Alpha Dog, which is a really good film actually. I think it was Justin Timberlake's first proper acting role, apart from his, kids' work. Hard to explain. It's sort of drugs and, drug dealer in LA and crews, and it's hard to explain, but it's a really good film. Great young cast. Emile Hirsch, Sharon Stone, obviously she's not part of a young cast, but Sharon Stone's in it. Justin Timberlake, Anton Yelchin, Bruce Willis is also in it. Olivia Wilde. Yeah, good film. Earlier, 2 or 3 parts ago, I talked a little bit about Tinto Brass and showed you Cheeky. This is another of his films, another Arrow release. This is All Ladies Do It. So it's a happily married couple. He listens to her stories of previous adventures, shall we say, sexual adventures. But then she starts having an affair with somebody very close to him. I can't remember. His brother or somebody like that. So she kicks him out. Oh, sorry, he kicks her out, but wants to win him back. It's loosely based on Così fan tutte, really Mozart operella. Operella? Oh God, it's late. It's 11 o'clock at night. Oh, this is the 12th video I've recorded. Come on, words are definitely failing me now. The Mozart opera. Yeah, but it's typical Tinto Brass. Lots of humour, lots of naked people, both sexes, lots of bottoms. It's a Jack Ryan Shadow Recruit. So this was the attempt to reboot the Jack Ryan franchise with Chris Pine as Ryan, Keira Knightley as his wife, Kevin Costner's in it, Kenneth Branagh. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. It's a shame that it didn't work. I haven't watched the TV series, but that seems to have done the trick. This is The Lone Ranger. I didn't mind this. It wasn't great, but it was an enjoyable bit of fluff. I sort of liken it to Wild Wild West, which isn't really a great film, but I can always sit and watch it and enjoy it. And this sort of gives me similar. It's not just because of the presence of a big train in it. Well, it sort of gives me a similar vibe. This was Mortal Instruments City of Bones. I'm sure there was somebody particular in this that made me end up getting it. I can't remember who it was. My writing is illegible. Oh, Lena's in it. I think Lena Headey. That'll be why. Yes, she is. Yes. Okay, so that's why I got this. It was an attempt to launch a new... So, I'm stuck in a... I explained this in the previous part. I'm stuck in a strepsil because my voice is going because of all this talking. It was an attempt to launch a new, post-Twilight franchise, what have you, but it didn't work, unfortunately. It was okay. I quite enjoyed it. Based on a young adult novel, or series of novels. Yeah, wasn't too bad. Music 1, this is Alicia Keys' VH1 Storytellers. So, what it says on the tin, this is our VH1 Storytellers performance. So, VH1 Storytellers is like on MTV, have got their Unplugged series. VH1 have got their Storytellers. But with this, in between the songs, the artists explain how the songs came to be, basically. But yeah, it's really good. It's got 3 tracks that weren't broadcast on here as well. And I love Alicia. This is Alan Partridge, Alpha Papa. It's just marvellous. I love Alan Partridge. And this film was just brilliant. This is Afterlife. This is a film I really liked. Christina Ricci dies in a car accident, but she actually wakes up even though she's dead and talks to Liam Neeson, who's a funeral director, who's preparing her for her funeral. And initially she doesn't believe she's dead. And then I'm trying to remember the sort of a twisty bit. It's something to do with her boyfriend, who's played by Justin Long, and it's sort of, did he kill her or something like that? But yeah, that was really good. This is The Adventures of Baron Munchausen, Terry Gilliam's film, notorious for budget problems and all sorts, but really love this film. Great performance, great cast. Yeah, just really love it. This is The Adjustment Bureau. I really enjoyed this. There's the Adjustment Bureau, a group of people who manipulate the world so that it runs in a certain way. Matt Damon is about to become a US Senator. He meets a ballerina played by Emily Blunt and falls in love, but they're not destined to be together, so this Adjustment Bureau are trying to keep her apart. But it's sort of, you know, it's not a romantic comedy, it's a thriller. Really good, really liked it. This is a liar's autobiography. This is the life of Graham Chapman from Monty Python, based on his autobiography, which I have read and is very funny. It's all done animated, but it has all the Pythons appear, has themselves doing their voices and more. And loads of extras on this, behind the scenes stuff, interviews, all sorts. But yeah, as a Python fan, love that. A Good Day to Die Hard, the harder extended cut. It's still only a 15. So this was the 5th Die Hard film, and it wasn't very good, basically. It's 4321. So this is a film written and directed by Noel Clarke. It's about 4 best friends in London. So one of these big intertwining stories, and it tells a story from 4 different viewpoints, and it's sort of gangstery and diamond thieves. That's sort of a linking thing. I was trying to remember. It was a diamond robbery, and they get the diamonds. It's just really, really good. I love this film. Cast is excellent. Noel's in it, and a lot of his regular castmates. The girls, Emma Roberts, Tamsin Edgerton, Ophelia Loverbond, and Shaniqua Warren Markland are all excellent. Susanna Fielding's in it as well. Just, yeah. Oh, Michelle Ryan crops up as well. Yeah, great film. Really like that film. And this is 30 Days of Night, which is a horror starring Josh Hartnett and Melissa George. And they're in Alaska, in a remote village that once it becomes night, it is night for 30 days, as you know, it is up there. And vampires invade, and of course when it's night time for 30 days, there's no escape. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. Blazing Saddles, Mel Brooks' classic film. I don't love this as much as some people do. I think it's the easiest way of putting it. It is a good film. I enjoy it, but I love quite a few of his other films more, personally. Here's season 1 of Penny Dreadful. I have already shown season 2. I have season 3 as well. I think this was the best season, although none of them were bad. But yeah, really enjoyed Penny Dreadful. Barbarella, another film I've owned on every format. In fact, I owned it on DVD and never got round to watching the DVD, but I had to own it. But yeah, I just love this film. Jane Fonda stars as Barbarella. It's sexy, it's visually spectacular, it's funny, it's exciting, it's just kitsch. It's Barbarella. Soundtrack's great as well. This is The Assassin. So this was the US remake of La Femme Nikita, starring Bridget Fonda, who I adore, as a government agent. Point of No Return is a subtitle, which is what it was known as in the States, I believe. Or it was the other way around. It was The Assassin in the States and Point of No Return over here. But one way or the other. Yeah, she was convicted of murder, but they sort of saw that she'd make a good agent, assassin. Yeah, it's really good. Recommend that. It's American Werewolf in London. I have the new Arrow big box release of this, which you will see at a later date, so I won't talk any more about that. I showed the sequel earlier. I say earlier, it's earlier for me. It was a few weeks ago for you. This is The Amazing Spider-Man. This one I really enjoyed. Let's say 2, not so much, but I did really enjoy that one, although we could have done without having the origin story again. Arrow release of David Cronenberg's Rabid. It's a film that gets released a lot by lots of different companies. It's recently been re-released by 101 Films, I think. But yeah, this is a really good version, typical Arrow, loads of extras. Really enjoyed this. Marilyn Chambers, the porn star really, who's notoriously in Behind the Green Door, one of the big 70s porn films that, you know, has got proper cinema releases and what have you. She's in a motorcycle accident. She's rushed to a nearby clinic who tests a new skin graft technique on her, and it seems to work, but then it transpires that she's actually turned into a rabid bloodsucker. But yeah, really good. Avalanche. Another Arrow release. This is Society. It's a film I had on VHS. Never got round to getting on DVD, but picked up on Blu-ray. Very strange film. It's sort of... So Billy Whitlock, who was in Baywatch, he doesn't sort of... He's never felt he's fitted in with his family, and like there's something going on that he's not involved in, and it turns out it's like they're a group of swingers, but they transform into these... It's like their bodies melt and blend and intertwine, and they just become one big seething mass, and it's very strange but really good. This is Live, Die, Repeat, which was also known as The Edge of Tomorrow. I don't understand why they felt the need to change the titles. Really good film. They are sequelising it. It seems to be taking its time coming, but they are doing it. Tom Cruise... he's dropped into a suicide mission. He's killed almost straight away, but then he wakes up and he finds out he's on a time loop, and he has to keep doing it over and over again and try and get out of a time loop, basically. And Emily Blunt is helping him. Yeah, really enjoyed that. This is The Wolverine. So this was the good standalone Wolverine movie. The Wolverine. So this is the one set in Japan around World War II. Yeah, good film. And that'll do for this part. And then I think we're going to have one more. Might be a bit of a long one, but we'll have one more tonight. And however many weeks in the future is going to be. I'm guessing you're watching this in April. I'm recording this on the 1st of February. Okay, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on another one. Thanks. Bye.